you a question. So,
True.
once again, with you having a conversation back and forth with the brother, if you had to make an assumption, if you had to assume, what energy would you say? Like, if you could be alpha, would you feel like he would be a man that you can intimidate?
Yeah.
I want to make sure we use the proper verbiage, right? To Mia, those men aren't intimidated. They deem you unattractive. Wow. That's what's actually happening. We have to use the right verbiage, right? Like Dope said it, but it was kind of glossed over. We deem that unattractive. It's not that we intimidated, you know? Sarah said she has resting bitch face, right? She used the acronym. Sarah, that's a you problem. That's not good.
Right, I agree.
So they're not approaching you because you look unapproachable. You're not intimidated.
Especially with women. One thing about women, they're going to find a way to squeeze in there under some type of category. Well, I could be bad, but as long as I'm fat, but I'm pretty, I'm bad. No, bad is just strictly an aesthetic. And one thing about a woman, they are going to find some type of way. Well, I'm not really a whore because I just slept with 50 men, but I only put one penis in my mouth. Y'all like to some type of way to squeeze in there. Like, I'm going to get in here one way or another. And
let's get to this, right? Yes. Do you guys think? Do you guys believe in the construct of an alpha woman?
Oh God,
no.
No. I don't.
No. I'm gonna say I don't want to be an alpha woman
at all.
I don't know if I believe. I don't want to be praised for being independent and alpha. No, I don't know if that's my background. You know, my cultural background is that's just not really a thing. But what room do I have for a man in my life if I'm an alpha woman?
I mean, if you like beta males, then there's room.
I'm not gonna lie.
Who said that?
I think that was.
I did.
That was real.
Okay, keep going. My fault. I'm listening. My fault.
I'm not gonna lie. I do believe in it because I feel like I've met some women like that, and I've been extremely unattracted to them, and I could never be with them. But I do think some women who just got this chip on their shoulder. It might be natural. It might not be. I don't know. But it's just a woman I'd never be with.
Real dope.
Recreational use only.
That's not alpha. That's jaded.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's broken.
What makes a woman alpha though? What can a woman do that make you feel like she's trying to be alpha? An alpha female. What can you give me an example of what can a woman do to make you feel like she's alpha?
Pretty much any woman who claims to be a boss babe, any woman who claims to be independent, any woman that says that we're equal, right? Those might be the ones you kind of want to look out for, because in my opinion, those are red flags. But let's continue.
Actually, it can even start just with her energy. Some women just walk different. Some women walk like they got a dick. Like
so if you as a man can see a woman alpha, so basically a woman, the way a woman walks, her demeanor can't intimidate you.
No.
It's not about intimidation.
No, yeah. So that's why I'm asking a question. What can a woman do to make a man feel? If you're a man, right? What can I do to make you feel like I'm an alpha female?
You ever seen Django?
No.
It was this thing he said. One of the slave masters said, called a nigga with sand. I don't know if y'all seen Django, and what they did. A nigga with sand is pretty much when you get a slave and he got a chip on his shoulder, and you gotta figure out how to get that off of him. You gotta go at him a lot harder than the other ones, make an example out of him because he's a nigga with sand. That's sort of like, I don't want to make it into a slave thing, but that's kind of like an alpha woman. It's a woman that I don't want to deal with.
But I agree with Hampton.
I only asked the question because most men, most alpha men, I never hear them have a conversation about a woman submitting to them, a woman being alpha towards them. I don't hear this come from real alpha men. So normally, if I just feel like this, if you can't get a woman to submit to you, or you get what I'm saying, be feminine with you, that's something that's with you. Like, there's no way that you should meet a woman and she should intimidate you to the point where you feel like she's superior over you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think.
Why can't you wrap your brain around the idea that you can see a woman who you think has alpha qualities and you're not interested in her without her intimidating you? Do you believe that can be a thing?
No. I don't believe that can be a thing.
You believe that I can be uninterested in a woman like the guys on here were just saying like, yo, we don't like boss babes. We rather not deal with her, right? And you're saying that you don't believe that I can just not want to deal with a woman without being intimidated by her, or maybe I have a fragile ego or something like
that. No, that's why I wanted you to give me an example. Like they followed up with examples of why they don't like boss bitches. Yeah. So that's why I asked you for an example of something that a woman can do to prevent herself.
Tamia, may I ask you a question? Hold up, Tamia, may I ask you a question? So you being a woman, right, and you speaking to him for this very short amount of time, do you feel like he gives alpha energy or beta energy? Like, how do you feel about his energy?
I want to talk to him a little bit more.
She's alpha. She's
I'm not alpha though. I'm not.
No, but I'm saying, but now you're getting.
I can come off as alpha to certain men.
I asked you a question. So once again, with you having a conversation back and forth with the brother, if you had to make an assumption, if you had to assume, what energy would you say? Like, if you could be alpha, would you feel like he would be a man that you can intimidate?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what I just like clarity.
Go, True. Don't ask me nothing else.
What you mean? But
you got the demeanor. She got the demeanor. Yeah.
No, I was just asking the question because some men finds women intimidating. Like, how can you looking at me? You can see that I'm a woman. Why? I'm intimidated.
I don't think they'd be intimidated. They'd be more so turned off.
Yeah, you.
Okay.
Yeah, I say that's turned off as well.
To me, you didn't actually ask him a question. You assumed his answer.
Yes. As always, men started it all. Right, men started it all. Right. When you look at your high value man, Kevin Samuel started that. When you look at your alpha male, we have a guy named Alpha Male Strategies. I'm not gonna necessarily say he coined it, but for the most part, man, he was, from my understanding, when it comes down to the red pill, or I'm talking about the extreme spectrum and the low end. I mean, bro, Alpha Male Strategies was always up there, even when I was up in college. Now, of course, it has been watered down, especially by a bunch of your women who disliked what Kevin Samuels was doing and disliked, what he was preaching. And they will start to say that, hey, well, no. There's high value women. There was never any high value women, right? But once again, when it comes down to women, right, it's a monkey see, monkey do. They live off a monkey see, monkey do basis. Once again, you can't do the same thing every man could do. But hey, guess what? They think that, hey, well, a man who wants to be like Andrew Tate, there could be a woman who can turn out to be just like Andrew Tate. And that's just not the case. When you look at somebody who is like Summer Walker, who has a bunch of kids by all of these damn men, and you see that she can't even get a ring because of the type of person that she is. Because once again, we are very much so different. I'm pretty sure Summer Walker would say she's a high value woman. But I'm telling you right now, based on everybody's response and reaction, they would tell you otherwise. They would say, nah, that's not the case. That's not the case whatsoever. But when you look at somebody like Andrew Tate, once again, you can talk as much crap about him as much as you want, but he could get a wife if you want to. When you look at NBA Youngboy, he got multiple baby mamas. His life seems to be dang near in shambles, but yet he's still managed to find a wife. When you look at Nick Cannon, same thing. He can find a wife. His thing is he just rather be a baby's daddy than a husband, right? So, I mean, and yes, and it has gotten watered down as well by some of your guys who feel like they're high value and they're just not, right? And mainly the reason you hear stuff like this is because it comes from women, because they just feel like they can be the same as men, and they just can't. They can't, right? They can't. This is why men say don't deal with career-driven women, because you deal with career-driven women, these same women think they are just as good as you, if not better, and they don't know when to turn that stuff off. But the funny thing is, if y'all notice, right, the second kids want to be somebody like Andrew Tate, you will have women who will gaslight that. You will have women who will shame that and say, no, that's toxic masculinity. That's toxic masculinity. Just for these same women to try to sit here and exude that same behavior. A good example is Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. right? People look at her. She wants to sit here and give all of this advice about relationships, but yet every time we hear it in the news, it's always about her being in a relationship with another woman, her not knowing what the hell she's talking about, her getting exposed for something. But look at the type of lifestyle that she lives, right? And a lot of women will say this is a high value woman. Well, what makes her high value, people? Nothing other than the little money that she may get, right? The little scamming money that she may get. But I mean, other than that, what makes her high value? Nothing makes her high value. Because if she really was high value, she would literally be with somebody. She would be able to apply what she is saying to everybody and apply it to her own life, but she can't. Understand, people, kids want to be Andrew Tate. Hell, even women want to be like Andrew Tate. Understand, people, kids want to be like Andrew Tate. Women want to be with Andrew Tate. And you have a bunch of women out there try to be like Andrew Tate, but they could never reach that status because you're not a man. Let's continue.
Right, you already had a thought about the brother when you started engaging with him, right? Now, what makes you think you intimidating in the first place?
No, I didn't say. Listen, I didn't say
yes,
that.
You said yes. The truth question. You heard? That's why I want to.
Hold on, right? But you said that I already had a narrative of him already, and I didn't. Mm-hmm. I asked him a question, and he answered. He didn't answer my question. I asked him to give me an example. He said something about a movie.
You remember you said, how was when a woman's moving, why would a man feel intimidated, right? So that's your presupposition. So now when you go engage with the brother, right, that's the presupposition in which you approach the conversation. And then while engaging, it feel like you like you a firefighter for a living or something.
I'll tell you.
Hard shit for a living.
No, I was just like literally I was just asking a question because this is some men find women and they say that they're intimidating or they're alpha. I wanted to know what makes the woman alpha.
Never heard a man say that.
Dope. One more thing, and I'm gonna give it right back to you. Right? I want her to re-engage with you because I ain't like, I mean, I'm, you know. So to me, and now you had a Freudian slip. You said most men, and then you said some men. Did you mean most, but you cleaned it up with some? What you think?
Most, however you want to put
it's not the same thing.
Some men do. Some men. Okay, we're gonna go with some men. We're not gonna go with most men.
So the minority of men.
So yeah, minority of men may feel that a woman can be intimidating to them because you can run across a man and they'll tell you like you're a little intimidated. And I always
that's
like
been your experience. Has that been your experience?
I've heard that before.
I could see that.
I'm alpha.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. Like, I'm not alpha. I know how to chill. I know how to chill.
I don't know.
I'm gonna say I don't think so. Listen,
hold up. Let's stop for so all of the women that's in the chat. I have a question about Tamia. Do y'all think that she is a little masculine? Like, does she give off masculinity?
For sure. A little
bit, yes.
She's tough.
So she scares men and women.
You running tight. You running tight, don't you, girl?
I think you're outspoken.
I was a correctional officer, y'all.
What I say?
I don't know.
I said I know she did.
Maybe that is.
We know it.
Wow. I just feel like I be very direct. I don't try to come off, you get what I'm saying, masculine or anything because I know that I'm not a man. You get what I'm saying? So I don't try to. That's just who I am.
Yeah, to me, I don't think that you're.
It's just in her. It ain't on her.
Yeah, I don't think that you're intimidating. I'm not sure if how many men have told you that, right?
Right.
You're just aggressive, right?
Aggressive.
I'm aggressive. What?
Aggressive.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay.
It's okay though because it's some men that
I don't think you're aggressive, but you being outspoken it can probably like put some people in a shell. But I don't see it as being aggressive personally.
Okay. Not even outspoken because
hold on, we got a super chat, right? And one of the guys in the super chat said that undesirable does not mean intimidating, and then he dropped the mic. So he said it's not that a lot of, I guess you women are intimidating, just a lot of you women are undesirable.
But I also think it's like, here's the thing, I've been told I'm intimidating.
Yeah, she got a humbling experience, right? They had to humble that ass. And I just love these women, man, because once again, they're so much in denial. They're so much in denial. And then once you have somebody sit here and humble them, right? It's either they're going to continue to be in denial and just show that, hey, well, this person is just not somebody that you can just give advice to, or hey, well, this is somebody you can give advice to, and she's going to take it, she's going to take heed to it and actually make changes, right? And I have to give her props at the fact that she said, you know what, you're right, because at this point everybody on the panel is saying something, which, I mean, once again, I'm pretty sure people have told her numerous of times, but she didn't care, right? Once again, all of these women on this panel being disingenuous, all of these women being on the channel being disingenuous, but once again, I have to give her props for taking accountability. But let's continue.
To come up to as well. I don't think it's because I'm masculine. I don't think that. I have RBF sometimes. You don't know what's going on in my head, or we're thinking we're on our phone. It's also environment. It is a lot of things, body language, whatever. It doesn't necessarily mean the woman is right. It is masculine.
Let me just say this for Tamia real quick, right? And I'm just going to be all the way real. I got you, Tamia. I'm going to walk you off the list. So what you have to understand about women like her, so she's not intimidating to a manly man because women act like women around men. So it's nothing about her energy that makes me cower away. I think the shit's adorable. Get your tough ass out of here. The shit's a joke to me, but you will get some men that don't know how to handle that. And it doesn't make a man less of a man because he isn't, bigger or stronger or, extremely aggressive. But for some men, it can be, they could be biting off more than they can chew. And they kind of feel like, whoa, maybe she is a little bit too rough around the edges for me. So, and now I think that there's a difference between you have women who are just thugs, right? I'm talking about gun toting,
right? I'm not that
chewing,
I'm not
black and mild smoking, bust dudes in the head with beer bottles in the middle of the club. Now you got those type of women, but then you have some women that are just straight to the point. They are very direct, and a lot of men aren't used to dealing with women who will tell you exactly how it is. There are some women out there, and their approach is just very direct. I want to be fucked this way. Like, they're going to let you know how they want it, when they want it, because they believe in extreme clarity. So I just wanted to say that. And before we go any further, we got another super chat, y'all. And make sure y'all hit the super chats at the bottom of the screen. Can you read that for me, Ham?
Yes, sir. Lucky Lady with the $10 super chat says, these personas, ellipsis, boss B and alpha woman, ellipsis, are a result of the end of traditional marriage around 1980. Truth, social media is a major influence. Salute the Lucky Lady in the building. Somebody please match up with the super chats, you heard?
Please match up with the super chats. Yeah, so I just wanted to say that.
Truth.
And yes, sir.
It's just real quick off of what you said, right?
Yes, sir.
I also want to make sure we use the proper verbiage, right? Tamia, those men aren't intimidated. They deem you unattractive. Wow. That's what's actually happening. We have to use the right verbiage, right? Like Dope said it, but it was kind of glossed over. We deem that unattractive. It's not that we intimidated, Sarah said she has resting bitch face, right? She used the acronym. Sarah, that's a you problem. That's not good.
Right. I agree.
So they're not approaching you because you look unapproachable. You're not intimidating. You see, so these things we control, but then we use these words that coddle us as opposed to fixing the issue.
I think you're taking away from their experiences, though, because I mean, just because that's how you feel don't mean all men feel like that. I get told I'm intimidating as well, and it comes from men who really like me.
Ask the men.
I'm telling you, it come from. I had a guy call me just 2 weeks ago and say, "Man, I know I called you. And
listen, call him now. Call him now. Let me talk to him."
Yeah, he passive. He's really a simp.
I can't tell you if he is or he ain't, because I don't talk to him enough. Like, this is not somebody who I'm kicking it with.
You don't like him,
but yeah, but he likes me.
That's the problem.
But this is what I'm saying.
He's scared. He don't have no game.
My point being is that intimidation don't necessarily mean that they're not attracted to you, or that it's not a he don't want you type situation.
It's
like,
not
there
that
really are some men out there who are intimidated by beautiful women. Like, it just
we have selfish desires. He want to do one thing with you. That's it.
I want to make a distinction between.
So can I ask him in Sarah's position, if she has RBF?
The real love. Can you hear? Sorry, can you hear Dope? I don't know if you can.
I can hear you.
Okay, yeah. So he
was saying something. Yep.
He was just talking. Okay, I don't think she can
hear.
Go
ahead, land your plane, Dope boy.
Once he's done, you can jump.
Distinction between a woman who's intimidating to approach versus a woman. If a man just saying you're intimidating in general, if a man is intimidated to approach you, it's because he's getting in his own head, saying like, you know what, she probably got money, or she probably dating niggas. She probably with Rick Ross. You know, he might look that good, and your shit is that much together that my shit got to be together to that extent to even try and approach you. He's just intimidated of you saying no or getting rejected. He's not. It's a difference between being intimidated by I don't want to get rejected versus the other form of intimidation y'all talking about.
I agree.
Yeah.
Let's get.
Understand, people, these women will tell you to accept them for who they are, but no, ma'am, you want me to accept you for who you have become. They build this bad attitude based off of their parents, based off of their mothers, mainly their mothers. A lot of these women will have piss poor attitudes because of their moms, and then they will jump into the relationship and they will look at that as being a boss babe, as being confident, when that's something that turns men off. But they don't care for that. They don't want to listen to that. They're gonna take life however they want to take it. They're gonna see life however they want to see it, and then they will tell you that this is my personality. This is how you should. This is what you should accept. And it's like, once again, men don't want to accept that, but as y'all can see with this woman, she was just in mad denial. No, men intimidated. No, men this, men that. Men don't want to deal with that. If you want to say it's intimidation, sure, right? But it always come with that type of aesthetic. With a woman who is like this, it always come with a certain mindset. That is a guarantee. Women who look like this, who act like this, who talk like this, who have this type of mindset, they always come with a certain mindset. There's no if, ands, buts about that. That's just a fact. I'm sorry, that's just a fact. Once again, they will try to force you and gaslight you to accept their piss poor behavior when you call them out, instead of just making the changes. Make the changes, and we won't have to sit here and keep going through this. But once again, these are the same women that will ask, why don't men want me? Oh, well, why don't men want to marry today? Oh, why don't men want to have kids with this woman today? It's because you look at this type of mindset. It's like, once again, nobody wants to deal with a career-driven woman, no boss babe, right? Who feels like she can just overtake everything. She can run everything, that she's equal to a man. Y'all are not. Do me a huge favor, leave me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel. Till the next one.